This is Phone Arena's video review of the C905, which was announced back in June as the first 8-megapixel phone intended for the European market. A few months later, it comes to the old continent left behind the competition. Samsung already launched the Innovate and Pixon, and LG offers its Revew. The Cybershot model wasn't first to hit the market, but what would be the best camera phone? We'll see in our review. As SonyEricsson claims, C905's design really reminds us of the pocket digital cameras. It resembles one from all sides. It has the same dimensions and weight, which definitely makes it ineligible to be called a small phone. However, this is no surprise for such a pretentious functionality-wise model. In order to resemble a camera, C905 has to have similar controls. Those are located on the right side, and they are as follows: a volume zoom rocker, keys for previewing and changing the shooting mode, and the shutter illuminated in blue. So far, all representatives of the Cybershot series were candy bar, but C905 changes that. It is a slider intended to be used closed as a camera and opened as a phone. On the front, there are two shortcuts for scenes and shooting modes, and the D-pad houses shortcuts for the other camera features. We're definitely not happy with the rest of the keys here. Pressing them is hardly felt due to the short drive they have. You always activate them, but the lack of a tactile feedback is kind of strange. The 2.4-inch display is larger than the other screens in the series, but is way behind compared to the competition. There are no surprises in its specifications. QVGA with 262K color support, typical for SonyEricsson. The images on it look good not only indoors but in bright sunlight too. The drive of the numeric keys is also short, but in contrast they have good tactile feedback, so we like them better. In slider phones, the upper row is usually hard to operate because it's too close to the edge, but C905 doesn't have this problem. We like the design of the lid protecting the lens. In contrast to K850, it is not automatic and you have to slide it manually. We think this is the best idea for a manual camera lid in a phone. Underneath, we have hidden the xenon flash and the LED light, which is used to assist the focusing and when shooting a video. Mini mirror and the lens, of course. It's typical for the manufacturer to offer interesting graphic themes that change the menu design and add interactive features on the home screen. We like the wallpapers, which are influenced by the accelerometer and the option for adding applications. The phone book hasn't changed and has remained the same for almost 3 years now, and that's like 5 generations. There are quite some fields when adding a new contact. There is numbers, addresses, birthdays, additional information, and they are well grouped. However, it's inconvenient not to be able to search by second name. We like the fact that upon entering digits from the home screen, name and number matches appear. Those include first name entries only as well. The organizer functions have not been modified either. As a whole, everything is well made, but we do have some remarks. In the calendar, for example, there are enough fields when adding an event, but the days with one are only slightly marked or bolded and are hardly noticeable. The alarms offer many options, and the only thing we didn't like was that they are limited to 5. We know you're eager to get more info on its internet browser. Relax, it's a very good one. Pages visualize correctly, the text shrinks to avoid the heavy horizontal scrolling, and pressing the pound activates the panning mode, which zooms out and lets you choose a different part of the page to read. This is an excellent browser for a non-touch phone. As we've already mentioned, the camera is C905's key feature. Startup and focusing is relatively quick, at under 2 seconds, but storing takes about 5.5 seconds, which is a lot slower than the competition. The software is decent, offers a lot of options, and here it is a leader in the non-touch phone division. The phone did not disappoint us with its quality either. Unfortunately, it is behind the competition for day photos, and similar to previous phones, the pictures have unsaturated colors. However, we loved snapping pictures with the xenon flash. It illuminated images very well at 6.5 and 13 feet, and C905 is the total leader in this discipline. Apparently, SonyEricsson doesn't realize how important the video recording is for a high-class camera phone. It has become a tradition for the company to be behind in this aspect, and unfortunately, we don't see any changes in these new generations able to record QVGA clips only. The music player is very similar to the one seen in Walkman phones, although it has fewer extras. It offers various sorting options, equalizers, and has a pleasant interface. The loudspeaker is mediocre, but in contrast, the headphones sound good, just like in the Walkman series as well. Towards the end of 2008, cell phones are not what they used to be. The music is no longer the leading multimedia, and the video playback has become also a key element. So far, the rest of the 8-megapixel phones performed quite well. All of them are equipped with large displays and play high-quality videos, with support for even DivX and XVID. C905 is way behind in this aspect, coming with a 2.4-inch screen and lack of support for these codecs. C905 is equipped also with a GPS, which can be used both for geotagging of pictures and for navigation. We have the free Google Maps and Wayfinder, which is a fully functional navigating assistant. Unfortunately, it's a 3-month trial version and you'll need to buy a license after they expire. The GPS speed didn't impress us, but didn't disappoint us either. C905 is simply marketed as a camera phone, but is not much behind its rivals. Its weakest side is the video playback and recording. Aside from that, C905 does well with the best flash of all 8-megapixel phones, good software, music player, internet browser, and call quality. If taking pictures with a flash is important for you, C905 has no competition at the moment. However, if you want a well-balanced all-in-one device, bear in mind its poor video capability.